Portrait of a Lady on Fire, directed by Céline Sciamma and released in 2019, is a French historical drama that explores themes of forbidden love, artistry, and memory. The film is set in the late 18th century on an isolated island in Brittany, France, and tells the story of a profoundly intimate relationship that develops between an artist and her subject. Here is the exploration of the storyline. The film opens with Marianne, Noémie Merlant, a painter, arriving on a remote island to complete a specific and secretive task. She has been commissioned by a countess to paint a wedding portrait of her daughter, Héloïse, Adèle Haenel, who has just left the convent. Héloïse is to be married off to a Milanese nobleman, but she is deeply resistant to the marriage and the portrait, which she sees as a transactional tool for her betrothal. Her resistance is so strong that she has refused to pose for previous painters, which is why Marianne must paint her without her knowing. Marianne observes Héloïse during the day as they take walks along the rugged coastline under the guise of companionship. During the evenings, Marianne works on the portrait in secret. Through these observations, Marianne becomes increasingly captivated not only by Héloïse's physical appearance, but also by her complex inner life and the sadness she carries about her imposed future. If you are a new member for our channel, please subscribe our channel to watch and enjoy more movie recap videos, and please share the channel with your friends, as it is a huge support to us as always. Let's continue the story. As Marianne's secret painting progresses, so does their relationship. They share moments that slowly stitch them closer together. Héloïse reads aloud from Orpheus and Eurydice, a story that mirrors themes of looking and loss that resonate deeply within the film. They discuss the philosophy and interpretations of this myth, which not only serves to deepen their intellectual and emotional bond, but also foreshadows the transient nature of their relationship. The turning point in their relationship occurs when Marianne reveals the truth about her purpose on the island and her work on the portrait. Surprisingly, Héloïse reacts not with anger, but with a request to be painted by Marianne openly. This marks the beginning of a new phase in their relationship, one where Héloïse can gaze back and engage actively, unlike the objectification typical of many portraits of women from that era. As Marianne begins the portrait anew, this time with Héloïse as a willing participant, their connection deepens into a romantic relationship. They become lovers, fully aware that their time together is limited. The film captures their burgeoning love with intense, lingering shots that emphasize the emotive power of glances and silence over dialogue. The cinematography and lighting artfully highlight the isolation and idyllic beauty of the island, contrasting it with the internal turmoil of the women's emotions, mirroring the Sturm und Drang movements of the period. During this time, they are briefly joined by Sophie, Luana Badrami, the young maid of the house, who finds herself in a difficult situation after discovering she is pregnant. The three women form a bond over their shared isolation from society's expectations and their collective desire for agency. Together, they perform a makeshift abortion for Sophie, a poignant scene that illustrates their solidarity and the harsh realities faced by women across different social strata. The portrait, once completed, becomes a symbol of their intimacy and the collaborative nature of their relationship, contrasting sharply with the original transactional intent of the commission. They spend their last few days together trying to imprint their memories of each other, knowing that their relationship cannot extend beyond the confines of the island. As the day of separation approaches, the emotional weight of their imminent parting becomes palpable. Their final night is spent in a crowded room at a bonfire, where women sing a hauntingly beautiful song, adding to the film's rich exploration of female voices and experiences. Héloïse, dressed as a bride, gives Marianne a memorable last look, a look that Marianne later describes to her students as full of love and despair. The film's conclusion revisits Marianne as she reflects on her brief but life-changing encounter with Héloïse years later. She sees Héloïse twice more, both times from a distance. Once in a portrait where Héloïse has a page from the book they read together tucked in her dress, signaling her remembered love. And again, At a concert where Héloïse is visibly moved by the music of the orchestra, a piece by Vivaldi's Four Seasons, which they had discussed during their time together. In these moments, Marianne sees the enduring impact of their love in Héloïse's expressions, a silent communication that transcends time and speaks to the profound connection they shared. Portrait of a Lady on Fire stands out for its meticulous crafting of mood, emotion, and a feminist narrative that emphasizes the agency of its characters in the face of societal constraints. It is a story about the impermanence of moments, but also about the indelible marks they leave on us. Through the artistic and narrative choices, director Céline Sciamma offers a meditation on memory, loss, and the transcendent power of art and love.